Welcome. This video explains how to get started with the Sky-High CBT. First off, you create a folder on any location on your computer and then give the folder a name. So for the purpose of this video, I have created a folder. I called it Sky-High CBT. So I created that folder and then I named that folder Sky-High CBT. So inside the folder you create, you put the software, the Sky CBT, and then data template inside that folder. So the first thing we are starting with is the data template, because that allows you to update all the data that you'll be needing as appropriate for the CBT software, ranging from the names to the answers and all that. So we open the template, and then what you have will be some worksheets here. So general settings, candidate registration, the answers, and question bank settings. All these are editable. You can edit the class names. You see, they're editable. You just input anything here. They're editable. Let me undo that. So the departments are there also. You can add departments. So if it is primary classes, you enter the primary classes as appropriate here. Then departments can be lower primary, upper primary. So once you edit any of these, the class subject will change, the heading will change. So because I have art here, and this will be art classes, their subjects, and then I have GSS on the other side here, and that is why that one is going to be for GSS subject. So if let me input anything here and just say D, assume for that. So we'll be having the class subject to enter there. So let me undo this. So there are 22 subjects you can input for each of the classes, and there are 12 classes that we have. Okay, and you can set timer also. I've predefined some time here up to 4 hours, and for as low as 15 seconds up to 4 hours. So you can edit all this also as appropriate for your own need, so that anytime you can quickly select a time from here. So for the purpose of this video, I had 15 minutes, so let me use 10 minutes for instance. You can select that easily because you have predefined the time. Okay, yes, I have 10 here. Okay, so you can set the assessment here, that is exam here. This is 2024 I have here for the sake of this video. And to show or do not show results, by default it is in do not show. You can make yours to show results once the candidates are done with their exam. Then the shuffle feature is on. You can take it to do not show feature. So by default the template is in shuffle. You can set the time for the exam here. I have first, second, so you can take it to anyone. So I'm using first time for the sake of this video. So other things you can have is the candidate registration. So for each of the classes that was defined here, all right, so up to JSS3, you enter the candidate's name and then you give them their passcode they will use to log in to exams. So this goes that way up to GSS classes. So same is applicable for answers. The subjects that have been defined here, then the answers to the subject will be here. So you can have up to 1000 answers, because you can have up to 1000 questions. So that's where that one goes. Let me scroll, let me take it back up. The next thing you have, so this is first time because I set this to first time here. So if you take it to second time, the answers you'll be entering will be for second time also as appropriate. Let me take it back. Okay, so you have this across 22 subjects each in each classes up to GSS classes. That's how that one goes out also. So once you're done with that, you can you also have question bank settings. So this allows you to define number of questions you want the candidate to attempt for each of the subjects across each classes. So I just put 20 here for a sample sake. You can have 45, you can have 50 as you want. They are all editable. So if you have mathematics question in the folder, let's say up to 500 mathematics question, and you want them to answer just 50, so you define that here in SS1 hat. You should answer 50 questions from a lot of questions. That's from the bank. From the question bank you have in the question folder. So whenever you are done with any of these settings, once you come here to the data template and you do any settings, if you had a class, you had a candidate's name or anything, so you do well to save it from the top here. All right, so that you save the software before you close. Anytime you make any editing, you can also use Ctrl S on your keyboard to save that software, to save this template anytime you have made any updating. So the class names we have here, you will find out that we have some numbers here. So SS1 art, that shows that I have 20 candidates in that class. Then GSS1, I have 43 candidates that have input in that class. So SS1 is 20. For instance, if I had somebody here to hit, then just call it ABC and then ABCD added to SS1 art. So you'll be having 21 candidates in SS1 art like that. So let me remove that. Let me do this. Alright, so back to 20. So I said when you are done, you just save your template and then you must save it and then close that template. So the next we need to do is to go to the CBT software itself, which is this. So you open the Sky-High CBT and then you enter the password as appropriate. You'll be prompted for this. So once you do that, you click OK and open the software for the first time. It will prompt you to enable a content to allow the software to run at its full capacity. So here is a security warning. So you click enable content, and once that is done, this page launches because it is designed, assume that everything has been set up. The candidates are just ready to start exam. So whenever you on the software, this is where it comes first, and this is the page that partitions the candidates from starting the exams, and then the admin from doing one or two settings as well, uploading the database data. So your school details will be here, the name, address, motto, email, and all the phone numbers will be displayed here just to acquaint the candidate with the school information. So the previous data I input was on about first term. That's why it is showing here 2024. These are the information I put in the data template. Another thing to talk about here is that once you click this button, it's not going to respond, because if the students try to attempt to close the software, it's not going to respond. So the admin will understand that, should understand that once you want to close the software or any other staff member, you click this, all right, and then this letter on it, letter X, xylophone, either uppercase or lowercase, on your keyboard you press that after clicking this button. So you click the button and then on your keyboard you press X. So that's not what I want to center this video on, so I'm not going to press S on my keyboard. So in your case, you might be pressing it and you're finding that it's not closing, the software will not close, so you have to click that and press S on your keyboard. The software closes automatically. So the admin settings, if the candidates want to start the exam and everything has been set up already, there's no problem. They just continue right away from here. The admin has loaded everything that is necessary to be done. Questions are available, their names have been set and the password. So the candidate can come here, they select their department, the class as appropriate, select the, let me say, subject, English, they enter the name, enter the password, and then clicks continue to proceed. But that is not what I'm starting from, because I'm assuming you are starting the software for the first time use. So when the admin wants to go to the settings page, the admin clicks. There are 3 steps to do for the admin. The candidate will normally enter their details here and click continue to proceed to exam. That shows the next page. Then to show the other page for the admin, there are 3 steps to follow. The red button, the green button, those are the first 2 steps. The admin clicks this clear data button, which is the red button. Click it once, all right. It clicks the continue button also, that's the green button, and then the next step, that's the 3rd step, is to enter the password. So the password will be admin at ABC for the sake of this video. If you type anything in between the 3 steps, the admin page will not activate. So the steps to follow have been identified as appropriate. Now you click this clear data, that's 1. Click the continue data, that's 2, and then you type the password next, admin at ABC. it's not going to show you any password receiver. It's not going to show you where you are typing it. That is why you just follow the step as it has been stated. You click this, you see it responded. You click this green, you see it responded, and then you're able to type. So before that, you need to also have verified that your keyboards are working perfectly, because if the password is strongly typed, obviously the admin page will not activate. So if the uppercase is also on and then you're supposed to use the lowercase, it's not going to activate also. So once you are typing the password, on the last entry of the password, if it is correctly typed, it will activate the admin page automatically. So let me quickly verify that all keys are working very well. So right now I want to test that on my notepad, because I want to type admin at ABC. This is what I want to type in, admin at ABC, on the third step. So my AD, everything, all the keys are working. The hat is shift 2. You hold the shift key and press number 2. That should activate the hat key. Else, maybe your hat key has moved to somewhere else, you can return it by pressing window spacebar, because the hat key also moves from one place to another on the keyboard. So to another key, so you can toggle it from one place to another by pressing window spacebar to move the hat key to another place, and then take it back to normal location, which is the number 2. That's a shift spacebar. So everything is working perfectly. Admin at ABC, this is what I need to type. So because if my keys are not working, that's why I'm testing it here, the admin page will not activate. So I don't need this. Let me close this notepad. I'm just using it to tell you that that is what I want to type in the password to take me to the admin's page. So let me take the step again. 3 steps. The red button will be clicked, green button will be clicked, then I type in that password I just told us now. So now, right, that's number 1. Number 2, continue. Then third one is I'm typing now, admin at ABC. So this activates the admin's page automatically. So when I press the third letter, which is the C, automatically this page comes up. So I can go back to where I was coming from. Let's say after you are done with your settings, I quickly want to do a test of how the software works. You put the questions, you put the answer, everything is set. So this login to test page is where we're coming from just now. That is candidates page, which is this place. So the step again I talked about earlier, red, green, that's step 2. Then I type admin at ABC. So it activates. So what we are doing now is you select a task to perform. What we did in the data template, you need to upload these 2 information. Upload database data, very important. Upload answers, very, very important. All these are additional functions you can do in the software, but these are for the templates data. So first is upload database data. All right, so click upload. That will navigate you into the software to pick, into your computer to pick the database you worked with. So these are the information that the database data will upload: general settings, candidate registration, and question bank. So if you added anything to settings, you need to upload database data. If you added anything to candidate registration details, that's their name or passcode in any of the classes, you upload this data as well. If you have done anything in the question bank settings, you upload database data. But if you let me say no first. So if you added anything to answers, any class, so this is what you do here. You upload the answers as appropriate. Okay, so if you are using the option of this, you can now use okay, if you are using the option button by class, you need to select a class. Okay, so because I select answers now, I'm coming back there, and you just click this. You have to, and I'm using by order, so I have to select a class that I want to upload the answers from before I click this option. So it will ask me, do I want to upload now? No. But if I just want to go directly to upload all answers, then I have to select this instance. I say upload. All right, so because I clicked upload answers, okay, it was in by orders. I clicked upload answers. I didn't select the order, maybe by class. I didn't select a class. That is why it is giving me this information that I have to select all, or if I'm using by orders, then I have to select a class as appropriate. All right, so let me start from the database data. So upload, yes, it navigates me into the computer to pick the data template. So this was what I was working with, that data template. So you select that and you click open. So automatically all the information will be uploaded, and once the data has been completely uploaded, this comes up to show you that it has completed. So you click OK. So the next thing to do is upload answers. Okay, so I want to do the answers by all the answers across all the classes, JS1, JS2, SS1, and all the subjects. So I can click this all option before I click this upload. If I want to use by order, that seems I'm using other options. I want to upload only for SS1 art. I want to upload for any other class. That is the meaning of this by order. So I'm using all, so it will look through all these classes as appropriate, all of them. It will look through, and then it will upload the answers to the software. So that's the option for this all. If you want to select per class, you use this one, but I'm using all now. So click upload. So yes, it will also ask you to pick the templates. Okay, you find out that some folders have been created. I'm coming back to that automatically. So once you upload the database data, all these will show up automatically to create unnecessary folders and subfolders that you will need, because you know you have to put your question in the folder and all this. Let me come back to that. So let me upload my answers first. So let me set that template, and then I click open. So the answers are started uploading. So once the answer is done uploading, it also shows this message for completion that the answers has been successfully uploaded from the template. So you click OK for this. So now the software is fully ready for use, and the candidates can partake in the exams. Everything is now set. So if you want to do a test, or you want to test what for a particular candidate, you can log into test page. That's candidate's page, login page, and then you quickly input somebody's name, and then you can test, or you can write an exam. So once you are done with this, you can create a backup, and then you save changes in the software. That is optional if you need a backup, if you want to do a backup, but at intervals of time it is important to do this. So these are few information you have to display that you are working with first time, so that your questions, you are sure that they should be for first time. That is what you are doing. Else you know that you have done something wrong. If you are in third time and you have uploaded for first time details, you'll be seeing that here, and your time is showing here also. The feature for results is do not show, like I did in the data template, and then the questions are set to shuffle. That's what I have here. So I want to quickly show us that anytime you upload information from upload database data, automatically the required folders for the software will be created, because you need to store your question in a location, and some other information needs to be stored in location. So anytime you upload database data, anything that is needed by the software, any folder, it will automatically create it. So if you had a subject, for instance, it will create a space for the subject to store all the information for that subject. So let me minimize this and then go to the folder we had earlier. Initially, the folder I created, let me close this overall. Let me minimize this. Overall, I created this folder. I named this Sky-High CBT. Inside it earlier, I had just this two, the software and then this template. But immediately I uploaded the database data, automatically the software knows I need some information. So I need this candidate's picture. If you want to display pictures of candidates on the exam, so you store their pictures here with the name of the candidates as exactly written in the database, the candidate registration details. So you save their picture with their name, candidate's name. Alright, so the CBT results, all the results as the candidate they do the exam will be documented and put here. The ones that go to text file goes here for the appropriate class, it goes there for their subjects. So all the subjects that I have in art class, SS1 art, everything has been automatically created here. So the software does all of this by itself. So the information for the results will be stored here, the text file actually, before you convert it into PDF. So the examination script details will come here also, the text files, and after you have converted it to PDF, it comes into the PDF file. The software creates all this automatically by itself once you upload the database data. So if I had another class to the template and I upload it to the software right here, so automatically a class that has been added might have been missing before. So once you upload it to the software, create the folder automatically in the appropriate place among this place. So if it is for the questions, where you store the question for that subject you just entered, it would store it in the appropriate place too. So let me take it one by one after the other. So this database template, so just for maybe arrangement or neatness, this folder is created because initially this template is standing alone. So you can drag this or you can cut it into database template, data template. This will always be empty actually. So you can just move this into the data template. So that is there already like that. So next thing is the downloaded passcode. This is empty for now. So you can download candidate's passcode also. The feature is here. So the passcode, download candidate's passcode. You can download their passcode from here also, either all of them or each of the classes. So once you have downloaded that, it comes right into this folder and you can print the PDF copy of that passcode. Next is the questions. Yes, because you have input the answers already in the template and you have uploaded them. Your questions are added. You are not uploading questions, you are adding questions to the question folder, and that is why this folder is here for you. So if you open the question folder, so the question for JSS1 goes into JSS1 classes, the one for JSS2 and all the classes goes into the appropriate classes. So you are adding questions to the folder. You are adding questions to the folder. So after they have been typed and they are converted, everything comes here. So let me say SS1 art for instance. So all the SS1 questions comes into SS1 classes. That's for SS1 art. All right, then what about the subject? Maybe you did for civic education. The civic education question comes into the civic education folder. So this is where you drop all the questions, maybe for the question bank, first term, second term, third term, no matter how much they have. This is a container. It will contain all of the questions. So you drop them here for civic education. The same things apply for other subjects in that SS1 art class. So once you are done with that, the candidates are really good to starting the exam or continue with the exam. You can close the software, you come up, we turn it on, and then automatically the candidates input their details and then they start the exam. All right, so I was saying about save changes and backup. So you can click this and then the software will be saved and a copy of the software will be backed up automatically. Let me say okay to that, and then okay, I have the copy of that folder here now. That is backup file is created. So the folder name is already here too, and a copy of it in the time I created it just now. There's a timestamp. We create the time of it in front of, so if you create more, it's add up the this is one I created in this time. If I create another one, it will give me another one again. If I create another one, it will give me another one again. So it can give you 3 backup. So you can reference the about 3 old backups of the software anytime, any day. All right, so Once you are done with that, you can then simply close the software. This admin page, so closing the software from here doesn't have, you don't have to press X, just click this straight away and then the software closes automatically. So thank you. In the next video, we will see how we can add the CBT questions and then add them to the appropriate question folder. Thank you.